Okay, have you ever seen two siblings, adults, sure, one being the narcissistic type, personality traits. That's not a diagnosis. I'm not diagnosing anybody. But the other is more like has the more histrionic traits. So, and their siblings, the narcissistic one was the golden child in the family, and the histrionic one was, in a way, that same, a little bit on the golden child in the same family, but not quite totally with the whole family. If that makes sense. Okay, pardon if there's some noise going on around here. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on around here. But have you ever seen these two go at one another? Really have an argument, or the way they behave. Now, this can be your own family, or your significant others, your friends, someone that you know them well enough to know that, well, they're not faking how they are in front of you, okay, and how they are to one another in front of you. Maybe you're even one they try to triangulate into their little argument, so you'll pick one side or the other, and when they don't want to work on their own problems with one another, they try to triangulate you. You might be that person. But their behaviors, and you've seen it more than once. You've seen them go, at one another, like I said. Okay, so basically you have a drama queen and, the golden child going at one another. And they both, seem like they think the world revolves around them. Now imagine two people thinking the world, in a family, same age group kind of thing, siblings, and they both think the world revolves around them. Who's going to win out? And which parent or parents or grandparents or whomever, are going to take one side or the other? And this can also, I have also seen this in cousins. Also, like one cousin against another cousin. And like one family, they have their own, say, histrionic or their golden child in the other family, and then they go fight with one another. Got all that? So, but who's going to take up for whom, Okay, now, and that depends a lot on who you are in the family, how you would see it. I was the fourth child. Okay, from what I've always heard of the fourth child. Never heard it, from any professional, but the fourth child is more of the mediator. They observe what's going on, and they just don't get involved until it's like too much, and then they mediate. That was me to a T, I'm telling you. It's still, and I try not to do that anymore, though. Okay, now overall, what I have seen is the result of something like this is that the golden child, gets more the attention. The golden child is the one that, that both parents might, or both whomever, might side with, even when they're wrong, even when they're totally wrong. It's the golden child gets the way. But then you have that histrionic, the drama queen is not going to let it go. Okay, that's my experience. They will not let it go. And part of what they might not let go would be what people call the silent treatment too. They can do that, and they kind of somehow work it to where they're doing the silent treatment so they get more attention. People try to draw them back in, try to draw them back out. Whatever is the case. So that's what they do. Not a no contact kind of thing. That no contact and the silent treatment are so close together when you really think about it. But no, they do it. They do it in a dramatic way, I guess you'd say, that the whole silent treatment. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, but the golden child one, the narcissistic kind of one, that one is going to fight tooth and nail. This is my experience. I could be wrong. It's not going to, one size doesn't fit all, but we'll fight tooth and nail to keep that golden child status. Now, the golden child, my experience, is that they are not so smart. They're copycat types. Steal Your Thunder, they can't think for themselves. I've done videos about copycats and Steal Your Thunder for a long time now. But yeah, they just can't do it themselves. They can't think. They don't, now the histrionic ones tend to not have many, much of as far as analytical skills. But they are more emotional. This is what I gather from it. But the narcissistic one, I don't even know that they have a personality of their own that they haven't stolen from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or adopted as their own. And they just basically like computers that have taken in information and they toss it right back out if it worked for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now back to the start. I'd ask if you have seen them go at one another, and what are your thoughts about it? Now I'm asking, what are your thoughts about it? And my personal opinion on it is to stay out of it. Don't pick sides. Don't get triangulated. Don't get, like drawn into their drama, their fights and all that. Because you're going to wind up being the bad person. That's my experience. You're always going to be the one. Then they take their anger and they put it on you. You are, at fault. You caused this problem. You caused them not to get along. And the weird thing about it is they have like a love-hate relationship with one another. It's kind of like they both need one another in some way. They all, they both have their kind of supply, like the histrionic supply over there and the narcissistic supply over there. They have their own supply, but they also like need one another to, for this war, this battle they're having with one another to keep their roles in the family straight. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I think it does if you really think about it. But anyway, what's your experience with it? Do you even know anybody who's histrionic? Really, I knew about it years ago, but it was more lately that I start seeing the ones that I've known more as histrionic. Because they have similar traits, but there's a difference there with empathy a little bit. It seems like the histrionics have more empathy, especially for animals. And I kept thinking that it was the narcissistic ones had it for animals, but no, I think it's the histrionics. Could be wrong. But another thing that I had noticed about histrionics, the people I've stored, is they don't give much detail. Okay, they will not go into detail on things. They're unless it's something they can make a big drama out of. Yeah, but they're still lacking something in details. And the details on something like, well, what did he do? Or what did she do? That made you so mad. And they won't really, give a lot of details. Oh, they just ticked me off. Their attitude ticks me off. Something like that. Anyway, wasn't I wrapping this up? Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. If leave a comment below if you have one, if you have an experience with it, if you've noticed it, anything along that line. But anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on it, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, share if you would. And I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.